Good day, dear readers, viewers, watchers, and listeners. I pray all is well out there. We will continue and resume play in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Let us continue. Let us resume play. Let us begin. And just to remind everyone, we are coming upon the conclusion of the chapter, Revelation of the Holy Virgin Mary. David stayed with Joseph, but his thoughts were all the time next to Jesus. David, I see you are missing Jesus. Yes, Joseph, they are my second family. I get used to being with them. David, I understand you. You, of course, know better than I do. Who is he? For you, brother, teacher? No, Joseph, since the moment I happened to be in the fireball and we all met the heavenly people, Jesus became the true God, the unique one. Yes, David, you are lucky you visited the ball. I would love to feel the same as you did. Joseph, I'm sure you'll see whatever I saw in the heavenly book. It is said, Joseph would keep the magic chiton. In different times, it would carry God's strength and would reflect two images, John the Baptist and Jesus Christ, God's Son. Yes, David, it is fantastic. You are relatively young, but you have seen so much already. Joseph, I had the book which gave me and all others so much. Peter, Andrew, Matthew, and Simon could neither read nor write. Now they can easily read anything. Tell me, David, do you know about yourself? Yes, however, so far I'm not allowed to talk about it. The time has not come yet, though my meeting with Jesus was not a coincidence. It was my destiny. Similar to yours, Joseph, we must prevail in the face of all the trials and challenges that life throws at us. I think, David, you will be a very strong man and you will meet any challenges. Joseph, I'll do my best. David, Jesus is about to come to Jerusalem and we must be there. I am a merchant and many people know me there. If they ask who you are to me, we'll say that you're my nephew. Joseph, shall I? Yes, Jesus asked me to say. So, the civil unrest may arise in the town, and everyone who follows Jesus may be whipped and jailed. I say it may be, though I hope God saves. If you say you are my nephew, no one will touch you. Joseph, I understand. Good for you, David. I'll tell you when we shall ride into Jerusalem. Joseph, oh, I'm sorry, Uncle Joseph, I'm looking forward to this time. Reaching Jerusalem, Cornelius saw the scenery he has never dreamed of seeing. My God, so many people. Well, Jesus, you are Lord of the Lords. If your faith spread all over the planet so fast, all people of earth would come to Jerusalem. I would prefer not to see it. My wife has recently sermoned about it. Would you like to continue? No, I want to ask, have you taken any measures? No, Cornelius. Synedrion assembly will decide. I want to stay on the sidelines. I'm fed up with all of that. I would now prefer the earth to split in half. Well, Pontius Pilate, that's all I want to discuss. However, one more thing I have. I know that Barbius was chained. Can I see him? Would you join him, Cornelius? No, not really. Just want to talk to him. Herod chained him. Asked his permission. No, you give me permission. Don't want to see Herod as of yet. Why? I have my reasons. Go, Cornelius. Guards will show you the way to Barbius. Cornelius saw an outrageous view. It smelled like hell and was so wet. Why did you come? Barbius, I want to talk to you. What about, I wonder? About Jesus. Tell me, do you believe in him? I do believe in him. As to myself, now I'm dreaming of one thing. What is it? Tell me. It's Lafayette, Cornelius. If I don't get out of here, you stop him. Just one thrust of a sword. Well, Barbius, it looks like we don't have a conversation. I apologize, Cornelius, but I can't accept you. I would ask you to bring me more wine. It is my only salvation. I'll ask the guards to bring you a jar of wine. Having drunk some wine, Barbius told Cornelius his prophetic dream. Well, Barbius, I feel a great pity for your prophecy. Not more than me. I don't want to be involved in the murder of God, though I can't do anything to save the life of Jesus. I'm sorry, Barbius. I have to go and stay alone for some time. I need to think it over. Cornelius, if you happen to visit me, bring some wine. Cornelius smiled. You know, I wouldn't survive here, not even one day. Oh, Cornelius, the cellar is my wife. It warms me with its wetness. Wine is the joy of my life. I forget about everything, and I don't feel atrocity to myself. Yes, Barbius, you... Cornelius went outside and breathed a sigh of relief. What are we doing? We lost respect for ourselves. A human shall not live like that on earth. I don't understand anything. I doubt I will. You will, Cornelius. You will. He turned back but saw no one. It feels strange. What is it, I wonder? I must have misheard it. Jesus was asleep. Peter secretly gathers all the disciples. Brothers, what will we do? What shall we do? The hardest days are coming. We have to endure them, and we have to decide how to save our teacher. Peter, Teacher keeps telling us that as a human, he is following his divine path, and we have no right to change anything. Moreover, the day after tomorrow, we have to leave for Jerusalem. The teacher looks like he is ready to go through anything. Peter, it is written that a human son is destined to resurrect on the third day. So, what's the worry about? Are we worried about ourselves? Let us follow the teacher until the end. So far, he is destined to die. Not us. He will endure all sufferings to ease our life. Look, teacher is coming. Okay, let's be silent. Brothers, why are you awake? Teacher, it's hard for us to get used to you. Even though you resurrect, we don't want to see you suffering. This is not me who is going to suffer. The sinners will stay in suffering, those who won't understand. The ones who won't understand me. Peter, go have some rest. I'll take care of everything. I need to pray and to talk to God. Jesus stayed alone and started praying. In a moment, he saw a fireball. Jesus enters inside of it. Disciples were watching it, but didn't dare to come closer. There were archangels Gabriel and Michael, prophets Moses and Elijah. Jesus, Easter holidays are coming, and you will have to be in Jerusalem. We want to make sure you are ready to become the Savior of the world. Yes, holy teachers of the heavenly kingdom, my soul is ready, so as my body. Well, then, tomorrow, go to the city. We will come to you as your saviors in 3 days after your crucifixion. We still will be next to you and will be watching you and those who will betray you. You will need to analyze the atmosphere that is going to be around at the moment of your crucifixion. Do you realize what responsibility lies on you? All of us? Yes, holy teachers, I realize all of that. We will now transfer to the place where everything is going to happen. There you will feel what is going to happen to you. Teachers, I have felt it since my childhood. Jesus, that was a long time back in your childhood. Now, you are a grown-up man. You may refuse to continue. In several moments, the aircraft landed in the place of the skull. Sit down comfortably. Brothers, Mother Mary. Peter, what happened? Teacher, he flew away from us in a fireball. Peter, you scared me. He will be back soon. All the people at the walls of Jerusalem saw the bright flash of light in the sky. Look, the moon is going down to earth. The ball landed at the place where Jesus was foretold to endure the heaviest burden of the sinful earth. They went outside of the ball. People, look, gods went out. Look at their dresses, how radiant they are. People dropped to their knees. Jesus, come here, said Moses. Stand here for some time. Jesus was standing in silence. He raised his head to the dark night. Lord, I am ready to accept my destiny at this very place. Let this place always be sacred. Enough, Jesus. Let's get back. People still were kneeling. They were watching everything that was going on around them. The fireball disappeared. Jesus was on his knees. Teacher, we thought you wouldn't come back. You look safe and sound. Brothers, enjoy your rest. Tomorrow we leave for Jerusalem. Son, Jesus, you too have a rest, and I will sit next to all of you. Mom, we all need to rest. Sure, I just want to sit a bit. A small fire was burning, and everybody was sleeping peacefully around it. I am, as a mother of a big family, protecting the sleep of my son, his disciples, and the Holy Spirit. Cendrillon got to know that the place of the skull was visited by 5 men in the shining dresses who descended from the sky on the moon. Then the moon went up and suddenly disappeared. The assembly got puzzled. If only one man said so, he could be thrown by the stones. But these were all the people, from children to the aged ones, who said this. Safayette took a deep thought. Aren't we priests? Can misrepresent it. We'll explain it was Jesus who called up the devil to descend to earth and scare everyone. Those who saw the moon will easily believe us. The power still belongs to us. I will do my best to condemn the beggar. Cendrillon agreed with Safayette. Immediately they started to spread the devil's story. Many people believed the priest. Others preferred to have their own opinion. Those who believed Jesus were in the majority. Civil unrest turned into fights between the inhabitants of the city, which was buzzing like a wild beehive. The assembly came to Pontius Pilate. I heard the moon landed at the walls of Jerusalem. I believe as I saw it once. I don't know who was inside, God or the devil, but I can't deny that I saw it. What do you want to hear? We must resist Jesus to further destruct of our people. You are holy fathers, not me. You take measures. However, I don't blame Jesus in anything, and I won't. Even if 3 moons land on the earth. Pontius, he must know more about the devil. And whom do you, my dear, know about? Who is guiding you? And what can you show or prove? How mighty are you in your faith? In deception, you are the best. This is your weakness. Well, Pontius, then we'll go to Herod. You're right. I've given you my opinion. Yes, by the way, Herod is not in Jerusalem at the moment. He will be back from Nazareth in about 6 days. I think you have some time to think it all over. Don't come back to me with such issues. He is taking revenge over us. Well, lords, we really have to think it all over again. And as soon as Herod is back, we'll bring an accusation against the false prophet. Thus, regarding God's Son Jesus, the assembly agreed one and only: death. How is it possible to give practical effect to an idea? That was the challenge. Each of the members of the assembly was scared, and no one could suggest anything concrete. Safayette was lazing in the bed, and his thoughts were interrupting each other. He planned many possible scenarios, but couldn't choose among them. Judas is a coward, and he can't kill. To hire someone for a bag of coins, not everyone would agree. Jesus grew roots in the human souls, and they accept him as a real God's son to poison him and his disciples? Who would add the poison to the bowl with their food? Well, let him enter Jerusalem. It will be easier to get rid of him. In the crowd, it may not be so noticeable that he is deadly injured. This was the last thought of Safayette before he fell asleep. He had nightmares. He saw how he was eating raw meat and drank it with the human blood. He was throwing up, but kept eating and drinking. He woke up in a cold sweat, screamed, and fell asleep again. The nightmares didn't leave him. He was tortured or eaten alive in these nightmares. Black ravens were hovering over his uglified body. That of John the Baptist was trying to bite him. Woken up from all of this, Safayette got a thought. It's not for good. Life and destiny of people brought everybody who knew or heard about Jesus and his deeds to Jerusalem. Joseph with David were already at the gates of the city. Shimo, the son of the servant healed by Jesus, was halfway to the city. Cornelius was already in Jerusalem. Barbius was in the cellar waiting for his destiny. The circle was about to be closed. As soon as Herod arrived in Jerusalem, he was hiding from the Synedrion and stayed in his chambers. Pontius Pilate was all the time loudly arguing with Claudia. Safayette and Judas were plotting the most terrible plan ever. Everybody was busy with their own business. We were approaching the city of God's glory and resurrection. Jesus was joking and laughing a lot. Disciples were joking too. Teacher, do you remember the beauty that couldn't get you out of her hugs? Tell us, what did you feel there? Jesus was laughing. Disciples, if I tell you, you won't believe me. They were all loudly laughing. You understood me wrong. Teacher, what was that? I felt joy looking at the healed person. We met an old man on the way. Jesus, can I talk to you? Sure, dear man. How do you know me? You are as God should have guessed. I'm sorry, my thoughts were drowning in jokes. So, who are you? I am one of those sorcerers who predicted your birth, and my name is, wait, man. Your name is Emmanuel. 3 friends of yours are already in the heavenly kingdom. Right, Jesus. You have proved that you are who you think you are. I ask you, Jesus, enter the city, not as a fighter, but as a true God. People will understand you. Not all of them, but still. Sure, Emmanuel, I'll do as you say. Here are some grapes. Eat them and give them to all of your disciples. Let them feel your love and care for them and the sweet taste of these berries. I'll leave you for now, but I'll be in Jerusalem soon. Mary, did you recognize me? Yes, Emmanuel, I did. How could I forget the one who witnessed the birth of God? I didn't expect to meet you, especially now and here. Mary, I'll meet you on Easter holidays. Have a happy journey and be blessed along the way. May the evil pass you by. Thank you, Emmanuel. The place of the skull appeared in front of us. Mom, do you remember the day when you, and Father Joseph were at this very place, and I said that I would be back here? I started my path here, and I will continue it further, but in another role. Let's again come up here and have a rest. At dawn, we'll enter Jerusalem. Everyone agreed, but no one was able to sleep. Peter, my disciples, here I will accept the death very soon. This is the last prophecy of mine. You will see it. My torture and suffering are closer with each new day, and Judas, my disciple, assists in their arrival. Teacher, maybe you could stay here and we will enter the city and find him. No, Peter, it's too late. Let us be together and be better together. It's better that we are together. Teacher, this place is strange. We can hear noises and cries. Noise, Peter, and cries will always be heard here. A man with the pure soul who comes here will hear it. It will remind him about evil performed against God's Son. Teacher, may that be too early to talk about? We are still alive. But you already hear the cry of grief? Jesus, I understand you, and each of us does, but what can we do to glorify you, to keep multiplying faith in God? Jesus, yes, Mom. Look at who has come to us. Joseph, David, I'm so glad to see you. How did you find me? Teacher, it's always possible to find God. Everyone knows where he is. Thank you, Joseph. David, how are you? Teacher, I was missing all of you so much, and especially you. Well, it's all right now. We're all together again. Is this for long, teacher? David, I already told you. It is forever. David, son, come on. I'll feed you. You must be hungry after the journey. Thank you, Mother Mary. David, how'd you find us? It was easy. An old man named Emmanuel told us where you were. We met him along the way. Thank God we're all together now. Jesus told me it is forever. Well, David, if Jesus said so, it will be so. Look at you. You've grown up, young man. But for me, you are a kid, and you must listen to me. Go have some sleep. No, I'm not tired. I want to sit next to Jesus. David, there will be another evening. Okay, Mother Mary, let it be so, said David, and he immediately fell asleep. Dear readers, we will pause there and we will resume play yet another day in the book entitled The Sacraments of Eternity. Thank you for staying with me along this journey, and until next time, fare thee well, take care, good day, adios, ciao, adieu, be well, God bless, and thank you.